The Filipino is sustained by his faith and his music. This was the observation made many years ago by a noted Jesuit. This I saw, felt and believed when I took a summer vacation in my father's hometown. For example, Tata Kandong would work like a horse the whole day as he shuttles endlessly between his vegetable farm and his modest piggery. In the evenings he would play his bandurria and tell lots of stories between his pieces. Then he would sound solemn and pious in saying, "God will send us rain for our rice field soon." My father's youngest sister, Tita Cora, was a fine example of wife and mother would put her young to sleep with her sweet lullabies. Going back to her work as a seamstress, she would hum lovely Kundiman. On one occasion, she paused and with a glint on her eyes, she hoped her 2 children would be successful professionals. My cousin, Joshua, just graduated from high school. He had to walk 5 kilometers every day to school as there were no available means of transportation. Some evenings, we would share some praise songs. "I hope," he wistfully said once, "I can be a lawyer, so I can help the victims of exploitation in our town." Tata Kandong, Tita Cora and Joshua typify the strong and resolute Filipinos. While life is difficult, hope springs eternal from their hearts, by the power of their faith and music. We can infer from this selection that people can overcome life's difficulties through blank. A. Sense of humor. B. Faith in others. C. Love songs and dances. D. Love of God and music. The answer is letter D, love of God and music. 2. As used in the selection, the word glint means A. Doubt. B. Pain. C. Sparkle. D. Sadness. The answer is letter C, sparkle. 3. The theme of this selection is that the Filipino A. Overcome difficulties by his faith and music. B. Can always turn to others in order to survive. C. Depends on others to survive. D. Look at life as a burden. The answer is letter A. Overcome difficulties by his faith and music. 4. The phrase hope springs eternal most likely mean A. To ask for hope. B. To rely on hope. C. There is no more. D. There is always hope. The answer is letter D. There is always hope. 5. The Filipino value most exemplified selection in his A. Faith in others. B. Love of family. C. Respect for elders. D. Love of people. The answer is letter B. Love of family. A world without pasta seems inconceivable. Macaroni and cheese-loving children across the U.S. would howl in protest. Italy might suffer a heart attack. Social unrest could explode in China where noodles are the main staple. But if humans want to keep eating pasta, we will have to take much more aggressive action against global warming. Pasta is made from wheat, and a large growing body of scientific studies and real-world observations suggest what wheat will be hit especially hard as temperatures rise and storms and drought intensify in the years ahead. 3 grains, wheat, corn and rice account for most of the food that humans consume. All these are already suffering from climate change, but wheat stands to fare the worst in the years ahead, for it is the grain most vulnerable to high temperatures. That spells trouble not only for pasta, but also for bread, the most basic food of all. International agricultural research centers and the private sector have woken up to the fact that higher temperatures are almost inevitable and they have very little in their genetic toolbox to deal with them. The meaning of inconceivable in the first sentence of the passage must be A. Not imaginable. B. Cannot happen. C. Unable to conceive. D. No possibility. The answer is letter A. Not imaginable. 2. The passage emphasizes an alarming future scenario because A. Humans will take more aggressive action against global warming. B. China, where noodles are the main staple, could have social unrest. C. Macaroni and cheese-loving children across the U.S. would protest. D. 3 significant grains, especially wheat, may be lost to humans. The answer is letter D. 3 significant grains, especially wheat, may be lost to humans. 3. This passage entitled Post-Crisis points out with urgency that A. Higher temperatures are almost inevitable. B. 3 grains are already suffering from climate change. C. More aggressive action against global warming is needed. D. Drought will intensify in the coming years. The answer is letter C. More aggressive action against global warming is needed. 4. Another way of expressing the idea in the sentence, it is the grain most vulnerable to high temperatures, is it is the grain A. Most affected under intense heat. B. Likely to flourish when it gets warm. C. Strongly at risk in temperate areas. D. Inclined to wither if it gets very hot. The answer is letter A. Most affected under intense heat. The idea in the passage is developed using A. Narration. B. Exposition. C. Description. D. Illustration. The answer is letter B. Exposition. We have so much in life to be thankful for. We walk, talk, see, hear, think and breathe, usually without effort. Why do we have to spend so much time dwelling on what we can't, don't have and what is going wrong? We can instantly recall the negative experiences, people and circumstances. Without recognizing, we have the ability to walk away or make a change. Perhaps we have too many options from which to choose, or it could be we simply want to complain. Maybe if we spent just a little time saying thank you for what we do have, we won't have so much time to dwell on what we lack. Gratitude, praise, and thanksgiving activate the divine laws of abundance. When the universe can see we are conscious of and grateful for what we have, it is activated to shower us with more. Even when it seems that the well is drying up, we can affirm, I can hardly wait to see the good that will come out of this. Question number 1. According to the author, which of the following activates the divine laws of abundance? A. Recalling negative experiences. B. Dwelling on what we can't do. C. Having so much in life. D. Giving thanks. The answer is letter D. Giving thanks. Which of these statements from a selection expresses cause-effect relationship? A. When the universe can see we are grateful for what we have, it is activated to shower us with more. B. We walk, talk, see, hear, think and breathe, usually without effort. C. Perhaps we have too many options from which to choose. D. We have so much in life to be thankful for. The answer is letter A. When the universe can see we are grateful for what we have, it is activated to shower us with more. Why do we always have to be thankful in life? A. Giving thanks solves most of our problems. B. Being thankful attracts more blessings. C. Thanksgiving banishes most of our worries. D. Thankfulness is rare among the blessed. The answer is letter B. Being thankful attracts more blessings. What is the main idea of the selection? A. There are people who have so much in life. B. We have too many choices in life. C. There is good that comes from every thankful. D. Some people tend to dwell on negative. The answer is letter C. There is good that comes from every thankful. Studies have consistently pointed out to at least 3 major immediate factors that push children to stay or live on the streets. These are the poverty of the family, family relationship factors, physical or sexual, abuse, and peer influence. Poverty and peer influence, when compounded with problems and stresses in the family life such as family break-up, child abuse and neglect, domestic violence by step-parents, underemployed parents, etc., altogether create pressures to the child to leave home and find solace, protection and support from the peers on the streets, eventually becoming susceptible to their influence and lifestyle. In Metro Manila, population growth, urbanization and migration have increased through the years. Children are often forced to try circumstances to help their family eke out of living or tend for themselves on the streets. Most of them are children of poor parents who migrated from the rural areas in the hope of finding better job opportunities in the city, but whose lack of education rendered them ill-equipped to struggle for survival in the urban jungle and are thus curtained to a life of abject poverty. For the street children, life on the streets is a constant struggle they overcome, the various negative comments that threaten to overtake them and destroy their hopes for survival. They work under the heat of the sun or in the dark of the night from 6 to 10 hours, 7 days a week, often in a mix of occupations in each situation to ensure a legitimate way to survive. Question number 1. To eke out of living means: A. Earn an income. B. To live with others. C. To sell in the streets. D. To walk in the streets. The answer is letter A. Earn an income. Based on the selection, what value seems to be missing in the families of street children? A. Loyalty. B. Honesty. C. Kindness. D. Solidarity. The answer is letter D. Solidarity. What is the most important factor that will equip rural people to survive in the city? A. Money. B. Education. C. Food. D. Home. The answer is letter B. Education. This selection is simply about A. Providing homes for the poor. B. Helping street children get an education. C. Factors why children live in the streets. D. How to lessen pressure on the family. The answer is letter C. Factors why children live in the streets. Based on the text, we can conclude that street children are A. Independent. B. Malnourished. C. Helpless person. D. Victims of poverty. The answer is letter D. Victims of poverty. In the light of social changes, we come to the question, what qualities should distinguish the educated Filipino today? I venture to suggest that the educated Filipino should first be distinguished by the power to do. The Oriental excels in reflective thinking, he is a philosopher. The Occidental is a doer, he manages things, men and affairs. The Filipino of today needs more of this power to translate reflection into action. I believe that we are coming more to this power to translate reflection into action. We are coming more likely to the conviction that no Filipino has the right to be considered educated unless he is prepared to take an active and useful part in the work, life, and progress of our country as well as in the progress of the world. Question number 1. What is the best paraphrase of the last paragraph in the passage? A. Participation in the work and progress of our country is sought by every Filipino. B. The country's progress and advancement depend primarily on educated Filipino. C. A truly educated Filipino participates actively in the work and progress of the country and the world as a whole. D. To be considered educated, one has to be globally competitive and willing to take risks. The answer is letter C. A truly educated Filipino participates actively in the work and progress of the country and the world as a whole. As used in the selection, what does word conviction mean? A. Intellectual guess. B. Strong belief. C. Verdict. D. Allegiance. The answer is letter B. Strong belief. What trait is found in most Orientals but needs to be deepened in Filipino? A. Action-oriented. B. Patience. C. Good in managing. D. Reflective thinker. The answer is letter D. Reflective thinker. What is meant by this line? The Oriental is a philosopher. A. Oriental people are contemplative. B. Oriental people have the blood of great philosophers. C. They have a tendency to become philosophers. D. They think like great Solomon. The answer is letter A. Oriental people are contemplative. What value is implied in the same passage above? A. Justice. B. Courage. C. Hyperactivity. D. Active involvement. The answer is letter D. Active involvement. Asia's new generation of kids has more than just youth in common. Whether in Manila, Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Jakarta or Tokyo, whether rich or poor, urban or rural, delinquent or not, Asia's youngsters share many things. They go to schools, sing-along bars, fast food outlets, rock concert and rallies. They are dressed in wild costumes of screaming colors or black, leather jackets, outsized t-shirts and candy-colored sneakers. In Manila, they are particularly called badgets. Their pursuits, though seemingly inane, are innocent, singing along with the gang at the malls, sharing cheeseburgers and sodas or cruising the commercial center of Cubao and Makati. In Bangkok, they will wander about the Siam Shopping Center, in Singapore, in the shopping complexes of Orchard Road. They are kids of Asia's great cities, avant-garde, rebellious, modernized. They are exposed to imported television that usher in international values. In Hong Kong, the kids have been described as precocious, world-wise, and materialistic, governed less by teachers and parents than by the omnipresent television. Peer group influence is great. Their trademarks are smoking, foul language, bizarre and attention-getting appearance, and rude mannerisms. In Japan, they look like different race to the old generation. There is rising drug abuse, sexual freedom, crime and homosexuality among the youth. There's less respect given to parents and to the aged. Question number 1. The passage is about Asia's A. Lost generation. B. Delinquent youth. C. Urbanized society. D. New generation of youth. The answer is letter D. New generation of youth. It can be inferred from the passage that Asia's youth A. Have senseless pursuits. B. Share many common goals. C. Have been influenced by Western culture. D. Have varied dreams and ambitions. The answer is letter C. Have been influenced by Western culture. What is worth observing and good about the youth beneath the modern image and westernized lifestyle? A. The youth are still the easy-go-lucky type. B. Many of them still believe in traditional values. C. They share a common character as influenced by the media. D. The values of the new generation have been modified by modernization. The answer is letter C. They share a common character as influenced by the media. When the author said that Asian youth are avant-garde, it means that they A. Are behind the times. B. Have old-fashioned thoughts. C. Are promiscuous and stubborn. D. Practice new and experimental ideas. The answer is letter D. Practice new and experimental ideas. What conclusion can be drawn out of the passage? A. Peers are just companions, they don't influence others. B. Print and broadcast media have a great influence on the youth. C. Discipline at home has nothing to do with the character of the youth today. D. Character is hereditary, the environment has nothing to do with what was become of the youth today. The answer is letter B. Print and broadcast media have a great influence on the youth. If the youth are exposed to too much Western television, they will likely A. Develop foreign values and forget traditional ones. B. Become complacent and indifferent. C. Become aggressive and violent. D. Develop an independent mind. The answer is letter A. Develop foreign values and forget. What literary technique was used by the author in writing the selection? A. Comparing. B. Describing. C. Making profile. D. Narrating events. The answer is letter B. Describing. Imaginative power of drama. The arts generally depend on ridiculous region, but the theater is most ridiculous of all. Imagine asking us to pretend that we are in Bangkok after the fall of Saigon and that T is a Vietnamese bar girl who kills herself because she believes that suicide is the only solution to her problem. More than that, engaged asking us to believe that all the other character in the play talk to each other by singing. The theater is a lily that inexplicably assists from a single weedy falsities. Yet it is precisely from the tension produced by all this absurdity that theater is able to create each poetry, power, enhancement and truth. Question number 1. What is the best title of the selection? A. Marvelous singing voices. B. The imaginative power of drama. C. The absurdity of fiction. D. The production of musical play. The answer is letter B. The imaginative power of drama. Based from the excerpt, the author believes that all statements are true, except A. Theater is based on absurdity. B. The character in musical plays converse by singing. C. A theater teaches us that suicide is the only solution to the problem. D. Theater creates poetry, power, enhancement and truth. The answer is letter C. Theater teaches us that suicide is the only solution to the problem. 3. The word absurdity in the last sentence means A. Fiction. B. Falsehood. C. Predictability. D. Foolishness. The answer is letter D, foolishness. Which of the following can be conducted about theater from the selection? A. It has different themes. B. It is the most ridiculous of all the arts. C. It is able to create poetry, power and truth. D. It is a fictional representation of life. The answer is letter C. It is able to create poetry, power and truth. Thank you for watching. Check out the description box below for more EPT reviewer. God bless on your exam, future DepEd teachers. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.